Hey all. It is Tuesday, the 11th of August. It took me a second to remember what the day was. But yeah, I have had a pretty hectic last few days. I think I mentioned last time that I was away for for about 3 days last week. So I didn't get a huge amount done those days, and I've since been like working basically non-stop since pretty much the day I got back on a whole bunch of different things. Um, First off, the Spire that sinks, the manuscript, 100% done. We just ordered physical copies for NGC at Norwich Games Convention next week. It is on Saturday, the 22nd of August at Norfolk Showground. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. Um, I've done orders of a whole bunch of stuff. I spent like £200 on like physical stock orders. I think after this con, it's a bit late to adjust our prices now for various reasons. I think after this con, we're going to have to fiddle with prices a bit because the cost per unit has gone up, not substantially, but like has like it has gone up. You know, like the cost of the stock cost has increased. That being said, very happy with the Spy the Sinks. I think it's turned out really, really well. The interior looks fucking fantastic. It's one of my favorite interiors I've had for a book thus far. AJ's really killed it with the art in this book. It looks really, really good. And yeah, we're looking forward to selling it at NGC and for release, like digital release, shortly afterwards, most likely. Um, I've still got to do proof orders for drive-through before we can launch there. So that's one of my jobs for the rest of this week. I'm trying to like be on catch up. Yeah, I've sort of done all my big important jobs. So I'm trying to have like a chill week for this week, like a chill air quotes. Certainly for the rest of this week before I'm like gearing up more for NGC. But in terms of NGC, I think we are like basically done. There's some stuff that AJ needs to get finished, but she has a good amount of time to be able to do that, so we should be fine on that front. Um, Otherwise, in terms of like physical product and stock and things like that, we are we're good there. So as far as I know, all of like my jobs, as it were, like the stuff that's like balls fully in my court to deal with this, I believe all of that is done for next week, and I'm very happy to have that done. Obviously, I've got orders, like I've made orders, and they're going to be showing up, towards the end of this week, the beginning of next week. Hopefully the latest they show up is by like Wednesday next week. But ultimately, as long as everything is here by Thursday, like even worst case, if something shows up at midday on next Friday, which is the day we're actually going, that's not the end of the world because we can still go and set up. The goal is to go up and set up the day before. But yeah, that is where we're at with that. Very, very happy with the progress that we've made. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to NGC. Also, over the last couple of days, because I've just been like ordering stock, sorting like mix-em versions of books. Haven't touched anything else in like 3 days. I have just started work on this month's one-page adventure. It's about half done. Well, it's a bit more than halfway done at this point. It's probably about two-thirds of the way done. It's called "To Meditate on a Nightmare." I think I decided. I'm not sure if I decided the name the last time I did one of these. I don't remember. But I talked about the method, the new methodology that I used for it. I'm so happy with it. The one difficulty I found is that when you've got predefined concepts for all of your rooms, finding ways to knit them together is quite challenging. But it's not, like it's just a different challenge. Like normally it's like I've got a theme and I have a set number of rooms that I want to put interesting things in that fit the theme. Or in cases of things like Daughter of the Well, I'm like, I don't have any ideas. I'm just like, I want to make a dungeon. I want to have rooms with puzzle. I want to have, okay, this one's going to be a puzzle room. Fuck it. This one's a puzzle room. This one is like a skill challengey kind of room. This one is a combat room. Like stuff like that. Like, this one is a bit more open-ended and trying to sort of adapt things. It's also very difficult. Like, I know that I am I know that an adventure is pretty promising when I'm like struggling to fit things on the page. And some of that is down to like decisions that I made in regards to layout, but most, or in regards to like where I put content. But like, I know an adventure is good where I'm having to like strip things down to fit them on the page, you know? And it's not that like the concept is too big for one page. It's just that like I'm having too much fun writing cool stuff for it, and I'm like, okay, I need to trim down the way I'm wording this, you know? I'm really happy with it so far. I'm hopefully, well, it should certainly be done by the end of this week. Is my hope. I'm like now. I'm like, I have some. I have like family stuff going on right now, like just family events and stuff. Like I'm going to a family event tonight. I have some minor, like me and AJ doing something tomorrow. I have a game on Thursday, and otherwise I am doing nothing else for the rest of this week. And oh my god, I'm like, I'm so happy I'm not doing anything right now, dude. I'm so tired. I have a game tonight as well, actually. That's like a family stuff, and then we're going back to play again. I'm playing, and then on Thursday I'm running a game. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy. I've not got anything to do. Like I have game prep. I have a game on Monday that I need to prepare for. So that's a thing. But man, magpies are loud as hell. I've learned now that like if it's super loud for me, it's nowhere near as loud for you, which is good. But it is very annoying. I would like them to shut up. Yeah, I have a game on Monday that I need to prepare for. I have a game on Thursday I need to prepare for. But both of those games don't require like the Thursday game requires like a good chunk of prep, but again I can do it on the day. And then the Monday game requires like a little bit that I can do on across Sunday and Monday, and otherwise I have no other big things to take up huge amounts of my time. I'm very, very happy right now. I can just like play, catch up on all the other stuff I want to be doing right now. Speaking of playing catch up, I started like a fun world building project for a future campaign for my Thursday group, and I have finished this thing, which I got from the library. I say I finished it. I read up to the point where I didn't need to. I like discovered that like the back sort of third of the book is other Italian essay. It's back to front. You can't read that, but it's sketches of Etruscan places and other Italian essays. The other Italian essays that make up the back third of the book, I don't need them. I like there's nothing. I like looked it up. There's nothing in them about the Etruscans. It's just this guy musing on society and saying some vaguely fascistic. I don't know if fascistic is a word. Fascisty stuff. Like vaguely. Guys from the 1930s, so he's a weird guy. He's a weird guy. His writing is funny, but in like a what a weird fucking way to look at the world kind of way. It's deeply strange, but very helpful. Some like very flowery descriptions of tombs and cultures and things that are really nice for world building. So stolen a lot and recontextualize a whole bunch as well, because it's like I'm not just going to be like yoink whole cloth sort of vague cultural concepts, but like some stuff I'm gonna be using, and I'm looking forward to like writing that, and then finishing this world that I've been writing on, and then moving on to another one. So like the next one I've got is a creation of a friend of mine. Has given me a good deal of license to do whatever I want with it, and oh my god, it's so sick! It's such a cool. It's sort of like it's the concept for the world is very interesting, but it's the implications of the character that he made from the world. It's like the world is ostensibly like this it's this miserable hellscape that like life realistically should not be able to survive on, but it does anyway. And then the character that he made, we were playing in a Planescape game, and thus we were all from different material planes. And so we made this plane for that game. And it's like, my character is a university student. And it's just... Okay, there was some very loud children. I paused. Oh, they're still there. But they're far enough away now where you probably can't hear them. Either way, I'm saying, this sort of horrible, like, wasteland kind of world. It's like, my character's a university student. And it's like, the implications of that are fascinating. And more importantly, character's a university student who does not come from money, which means that it is a society that is built in this sort of like in this like the world is very much sort of based on like the environments of Mars, in that it's like red and deserty and miserable everywhere, and it's like there's a society that's developed enough on this world that's borderline impossible to live on, that is advanced enough to have like higher education that is available to the working class, which is fucking fascinating to me. I'm like, is that like a maybe like a weird anachronism? Maybe, but like making a setting in which that is, but both of those things can like exist together is it's so fucking cool. It's so cool. So I'm gonna use the hell out of that. It's very very cool. Yeah, that's like where that is at the minute. The book that I was reading is not for that. It's for the other one that I'm working on. I think I talked about it. It's like dark fantasy, Greek myth kind of situation, but like more Renaissance era kind of. Like it's kind of that one is also an odd one, but it's a bit more easy to define. It's just hard to blend easily. Whereas, but just like a challenging rather than like how the fuck do I make this work, in like a fun way. I'm very much looking forward to that. Yeah, like I'm gonna try and keep this relatively short for today. I'm not gonna ramble on too much longer, but yeah, I am. I'm in regards to like the one page adventure, I'm very excited to see how that shapes out. And I think once it's done, I am basically immediately going to jump in and start writing the next one, because I want to get ahead of myself, and I love this new method that I have. I love it. I want to keep using it. I want to use it as much as possible. Like, is it going to be the only way that I write adventures? No, but I would I want to use it at least once more and just see how successful it is again. I doubt it'll be as successful, just like just by the virtue of like, that's just kind of how that is usually. But like, I'm really happy with this adventure that I'm working on right now. I think it's really cool. I think it's got a lot of like cool moving parts. And yeah, I'm looking forward to writing another one that's maybe um, that's I don't know, a little more something, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to leave things there. This is shorter than the last few weeks, but also the last few weeks I've talked about a lot of different things to ramble for a really long time. And also I have places to be. I need to go and take this book back to the library and then go home. I've got to, well, to add captions to this thing before I need to go later. So I'm going to go do that. Hope folks have a good week. I will hopefully be back next Monday with having finished the one-page adventure, and hopefully be talking more a bit about gearing up for NGC. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I don't have much else to do, and I'm like actually all set up for next Friday when we go. And the following one of these devlogs will be that following Monday on the 24th, and I'll be able to do like a post-mortem on it, which will be cool. So yeah, I'm gonna head off here. Hope folks have a good week and are able to get stuff done and aren't swamped with gigantic amounts of work. I'm not, for once. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. Yeah, so I'm gonna head off here. Hope folks have a good week. See ya.